Mira dal muro. Hi guys. Here's the music.
No, I remember Fuad when he was there.
Hey, Jean Toma هدي؟
يلا هلا بنحب الحركة اللي تكون صيدلة محاولة فيها.
I am tingling يعني. كل معلومات هذول المعلمين. Where is she?
Oh, she's had that. لبس أزرق. Biology honors.
ولا حد قاعد؟ السنة الجاي. هات سحبنا هذا.
The professor, the journalist.
Hey, Stephanie, no. Hey, Stephanie again? شو لبس ستيفي؟ أصفر.
عم يطلعوا.
Really fast. Steffi! Oh my God!
Where's Juliana?
Juli no ha salido. Yeah, now he's smiling. No, he's not. He's smiling with
Pardo. Está Julio. ¿No la viste?
Members of the class of 2015, please turn and face the stage.
I took it with my cell phone.
Be seated. On behalf of the class of 2015, the faculty, staff, and administration, I would like to welcome you to the 42nd annual commencement ceremony for Bloomington High School North. Thank you for taking time out of your busy lives to share with us and celebrating the culmination of 4 years of hard work on the part of this graduating class. At this time, I would like to introduce our first student speaker, Megan Factora.
Wow, the day we've been waiting for since freshman year is finally here. It's crazy to think that it was 12 years ago that some of us were excited to start this journey called school, while others, like myself, were dragged arm and leg, covered in hives and throwing up after learning my mom couldn't go with me. Those 12 years have definitely flown by, and now it's strange to think how day by day in these 4 years, nothing seemed to change. But looking back at everything has. To think that Miley Cyrus was just Hannah Montana in 2011 and is now coming in through walls like a wrecking ball. High school has been the most daring time of our lives, as Drake's song, The Motto, said, "You only live once." Along the way, we made choices that we probably shouldn't have, much like Kim Kardashian's wedding and divorce in 2011. But no worries, we were able to rock it through the partition in our lives and come out flawless, like Beyonce in 2013. Approaching our last year, we were inspired to do more, be more, and dream more by the great moments in pop culture. From the 50th anniversary of the Selma Walk to events that simply encouraged us to let it go. As a class, we have also made our mark in history. From award-winning fine arts, academic scholars, record-breaking athletes, to achievements that made a difference in our school, our community, and our world. We have so much to look forward to in 2015 and on. But today, we have to ask ourselves, now what? As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, what lies behind us and lies before us are small matters compared to what lies within us. We are entering a time full of questions, where we will have to look within ourselves to find the answers. Not our parents, not our friends, and most certainly not even Google. Until recently, I didn't want to believe that. The only thing I thought of was finally getting out of here. But now, I can't help but feel the same anxiety and nervousness that I did as I held on so tightly to my mom 12 years ago on that very first day. As today, we are forced to let go and take hold of our future. It is these times that we should never fear the unknown, because as I've learned, as long as you let your heart and your passions be your guiding light, everything else will fall into place. For the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Today is graduation for Bloomington North's class of 2015. It's truly a time to look back on all the special moments we shared and still have left. A time to make it count, to say goodbye. A time for endless opportunities and new beginnings. But as we progress, let us never forget to thank those who are a part of it, whether they are a part of our lives now or a part of our past. For living through every migraine we've caused, or most of all, loving us through it all. Even though we don't know our future and what's to come in this world and in our lives, we know our truest selves. We know our dreams, our weaknesses, and our strengths. And in the times that life makes us feel lost and that we have lost, it is ultimately what lies within us that will always help us to be found. Thank you. I would now like to introduce next student speaker, Roger Morris.
Honored guests, beloved friends and family, esteemed faculty, it is my honor to speak to you today. It goes without saying that today is truly a special day. Not just for us students, who get to wear this flamboyant attire, but for everyone who played a role in getting us to this point. Today, I want to recognize everyone here who deserves it. Let's start with our friends and family, particularly our parents, who probably haven't had a good night's sleep in 18 or so years. Thank you for your incredible sacrifice, for your support, for your undying devotion, and most importantly, for feeding us. Thank you for seeing us through the challenging and tough times. Sports seasons, 6 weeks of finals, A-push, our entire freshman year, or whatever else we did during the 35,000 hours we've been high school students. 35,000 hours. How time flies. Next, I want to also congratulate the people in this room who slaved for years in school, buried themselves in a mountain of college debt, and still, somehow decided they wanted to spend their careers locked in a building full of teenagers. Yes, congratulations to our teachers, administrators, counselors, and all of our support staff. And for the record, I'm not just saying that because you're sitting right there. Let us not forget that the students sitting before me are not the only seniors who are saying goodbye to their last year here at North. To those teachers who are retiring, live long and prosper. And finally, congratulations, class of 2015. Yeah, give yourselves a hand. Go on. We've all been through a lot together. We ate together. We went to school together in the dark. We celebrated together when we had a whole week of snow days, and groaned together when we made them all up. Now, when I was writing this speech, I was tempted to add that we've all had an incredible 4 years together. It sounds good. It's upbeat. It's the kind of thing people are expected to say in graduation speeches. But I couldn't bring myself to do it. Because I know there are people here for whom that simply isn't true. There are those of us who have dealt with situations and challenges few others can even begin to fathom. You deserve so much more recognition than you're given simply for being here today, for persevering, and for showing the world that you can do it. So I'm not just going to stand up here and whitewash the past. The past is personal. It belongs to you, and there's nothing I can say about it that will really mean anything. Instead, let's look to the future as one of the last things we do together as a class. Whether high school was the worst time of your life or the best, I sincerely hope it wasn't either. The important thing now is that we have made it. These last 4 years, while certainly formative, do not define the next 4 or the next 40. And whether we like it or not, we've all been given a fresh start. A chance to blaze new trails and discover new truths. We've earned it. And that is what's truly special about today. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to welcome Taylor Hogue to the podium.
Thank you, Roger.
The one that gave the speech.
When I sat down to write this speech, I'll admit, I got a little nostalgic. I couldn't help but think of the memories I've made here at North. We've all made them. Memories we will cherish forever. Heartbreaks that we would rather forget. But what makes those highs more enjoyable and the lows more bearable are the people we share them with. The people at Bloomington North are what make it such a special school. Everyone has a place here at North. No matter what your interests or talents are, there is a club you can start, a sport you can play, or a class you can excel in. We all have been encouraged to embrace our diversity, to foster what makes us unique, and celebrate each other for who we are. This building is just brick and mortar, but add our students, teachers, and administration, and suddenly you have a community. A community that cares, educates, and always strives for excellence. The experiences we have shared together over the last 4 years have brought us here today, one last time, as the Cougar class of 2015. You know, looking back on my freshman year, the toughest decision of my week was whether or not to have pizza for the 5th straight day, or mix it up and go for a chicken sandwich. Now, as we all transition from those awkward freshman days to adulthood, our decisions seem to carry a much greater weight. What will I do? Who will I be? how can I contribute to making a better world? A little tougher than choosing a chicken sandwich, I guess. But just know, every one of us has something important to offer. Just as we all had a place at Bloomington North, so we all have a place in this world. When we walk through that door today, we walk into the future. A future with choices, opportunities, and responsibilities. The choice to continue to grow and educate yourself. The opportunity to become more than you ever dreamed. And the responsibility to share that success with others and help them become their best as well. So, my fellow graduates, I want to present a challenge to all of us to find our place in this world, to build on our diversity and contribute something unique to society. Some of us already know what that will be. To you, I say, don't expect it to be easy, but do expect it to be worth it. For those who have given little thought to life after high school, I say, life is a big ocean, and it's certainly easy to get lost. So chart your course now. You have so much to give, and time passes so quickly. But whatever end of the spectrum you find yourself on, understand that your calling is out there, waiting for you. I leave you all with one last request. Every now and then, take the time to reflect on the foundation we have built here at North over these last 4 years. And always, respect yourself, respect others, be responsible for your own actions, and remember, it's great to be a Cougar. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Corbin Andrews.
If there's one thing I've learned in my 4 years of high school, it's that love, respect, and selflessness are always the best answer. As I have talked with so many of you about your future plans this year, it seems we all have learned this fact. We all will be blessing the world in our own way, from becoming a carpenter in order to build homes for those with substandard housing, or becoming an oncologist to develop a cure for cancer. Whatever we end up doing with our lives, I know we all will be helping people along the way. This, I believe, is a true testament to the North administration, teachers, and staff for instilling in us that life is less about our individual wants and desires, and more about caring and looking out for the people in our lives. With that said, I would like to ask Mr. Henderson to step to the front for a class gift. On behalf of the class of 2015, I would like to present Bloomington North High School with a check in the amount of $5,000 from the senior class to start a monetary relief fund for Bloomington North students experiencing financial hardship or unexpected tragedy. We hope this fund will provide students and their families with necessary items such as shoes, winter coats, school supplies, backpacks, etc., in order to enhance the safety and academic success of students encountering such adversity. Members of our class discussed, and we concluded that we wanted to give a gift that keeps on giving. As Ms. Wilson always says, a hand up, not a handout. This fund, called Caring Cougars, we hope will enable North to continue helping students for years to come. Now I would like to ask Adrian to join me at the podium for the class challenge. Robert Pirsig said it best: the past exists only in our memories, the future only in our plans. The present is our only reality. So class of 2016 and 2015, make the most of your present reality. Seize the day, embrace it. Make it your friend and ally, not your enemy. Don't wait for the perfect moment, but take the moment and make it perfect. Class of 2016, I would like to encourage you to embrace the current moment, but also not be complacent in it. Use your different talents, different dreams, and different destinations to change our school community for the better. Some of us are apples, some of us are oranges, but we can all come together to make a tasty fruit salad. So work together to make a difference in the world, lead for the greater good, but most importantly, embody the fact that love, respect, and selflessness are always the best answer. Thank you. On behalf of the class of 2016, I accept your challenge. We will do all we can to continue the legacy of Bloomington High School North and your class, the class of 2015. Your perseverance to not only improve your own standards, but others as well, inspires the future classes and future generations. Continue on this course, because as life gets harder from here on, it will also become more rewarding. From here, the rest of us look up to you for guidance and for inspiration. From here, you begin chapter 2. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure to present to you at this time the trustees of the Monroe County Community School Corporation. I ask that you please withhold your applause until I have introduced each member. President, Mr. Keith Klein. Vice President, Mr. Kelly Smith. Secretary, Mrs. Martha Street. Assistant Secretary, Mr. David Sabal. Trustee, Dr. Janine Butler. Trustee, Dr. Lois Sabo-Skelton. And Trustee, Ms. Sue Wanton. In addition, I'd like to publicly recognize and thank members of the administrative and guidance staff, Superintendent Dr. Judith DeMuth, Assistant Principals Ms. Betty Anderson, Mr. Marcus Debro, Mr. Tim Hudson, Dr. Andrea Mobley. Guidance counselors, Mr. Greg Chaffin, Ms. Sarah Franklin, Ms. Adrian Him, Ms. Mary Priester, and Ms. Kathy Rillo. It takes the teamwork and dedication of all of these individuals to keep Bloomington High School North running smoothly. Please join in me in welcoming and recognizing the Board of Education of the MCCSC and members of the administrative and guidance teams of Bloomington High School North. Additionally, I would be remiss if I did not thank Mr. Wilson and Mrs. Stockhouse and the students of the music department for their participation in today's ceremony. Thank you very much. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Bloomington High School North, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to the class of 2015. This morning, before honors are conferred upon those assembled here today, I wish to express my appreciation to parents and family members who have supported and nurtured these students as they have worked towards accomplishing this goal. We all know that without your love, your loyal support, and your perseverance, we would not be here today. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting not only the students gathered here today, but also the classroom teachers, as they have worked diligently to provide the best foundation possible for your students. At this time, I would like for all members of the Bloomington High School North faculty to stand to be recognized. Students, among your classmates, there is great diversity and very interesting and entertaining personalities. The accomplishments of the class of 2015 are many. Printed in your program today, you will see a key which will help you identify those graduates who have distinguished themselves through their affiliations and by earning various honors. There are 63 National Honor Society members. 95% of the senior class gathered before you today have indicated to their counselors that they intend to pursue a post-secondary degree. The class also earned over $2.3 million worth of scholarships from the institutions they intend to attend, not to mention the amounts turned down once final college decisions were made. North's Habitat for Humanity chapter is set to build its 15th house in 15 years. A feat no other high school chapter in the world has ever accomplished. Our students joined together with the students of Bloomington High School South to raise a record amount of money for Riley Children's Hospital through the Riley Dance Marathon. Individual and group honors at the local, regional, state, and national levels have been earned in academics, athletics, fine and performing arts, as well as in co-curricular and extracurricular clubs. Bloomington High School North was recently recognized by U.S. News and World Reports as the 10th best high school in the state of Indiana. As you can see, we have an immensely talented group of young people gathered before you today. I've only mentioned a few of their accomplishments, and in many cases, the most significant are personal. You will notice that there are 43 names listed in the program as principal scholars. All 43 of these students ended their career at North with a cumulative GPA of higher than a 4.0. 2 members of this class we are especially proud of are your salutatorian, Mr. Lucas Adams, and your valedictorian, Ms. Linnea Frazier. These 2 young people have distinguished themselves by earning the 2 highest cumulative GPA rankings of all members of this class over their 4-year career at Bloomington High School North. They were only separated by 37 thousandths of a grade point after all 4 years. As you can see, they accomplished this feat among some pretty stiff competition from their classmates. The salutatorian and valedictorian will receive their medals as they cross the stage a little later in our ceremony. Students, over the course of your lifetime, the world has changed greatly. As I think about the future and all of the challenges that lie ahead for members of your graduating class to address in the world, I'm encouraged by your global conscience, your desire to help your community become a better place, and the genuine care you show to each other. Be prepared for more change as you live out your life and approach each one with a positive attitude. I've spoken to you on many occasions over the last 4 years about your ability to impact your school. And I stand here proud of the contributions you have made to Bloomington North. Today, we gather here to honor you. At this time, I'd like to broaden those comments to remind you that you hold the power to impact your world in so many ways. As you exit the Cougar Den at the conclusion of today's ceremony, keep faith that your contributions to our society are valuable and much needed. Today is an ending and a beginning for each of you. Continue to develop your sense of self, remembering the lessons of right and wrong. Be mindful of the fact that success is not found in knowledge alone, but also in the relationships that you develop with people. It is easy to picture many of you accomplishing great things as you make a place for yourself in the larger world. I am certain that you will find success waiting for you if you are persistent in your efforts and apply the foundational knowledge you have gained at Bloomington High School North. The faculty and staff gathered here today feel a special sense of pride and satisfaction as we look at the class of 2015 and realize that all of us as educators have had a part in bringing you to this point in your lives. We may not be privileged to help you in the future, but others will be waiting, happy to work with each of you. Good luck to each of you from all of us at Bloomington High School North. We wish you nothing but great success and happiness. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. DeMuth, by the powers vested in me by the state of Indiana as principal of Bloomington High School North, I do hereby certify that the members of the class of 2015 gathered in front of you here today have met all graduation and/or certification requirements as established by the State Board of Education and the Monroe County Community School Corporation. And now it is my honor to introduce Dr. Judith DeMuth, Superintendent of the Monroe County Community School Corporation, for the presentation of the class of 2015.
Mr. Henderson, by the authority vested in me by the Indiana Department of Education, it is truly a privilege and an honor to present the members of the Bloomington High School North class of 2015 for receipt of their diplomas.
Corbin Matthew Andrews. Gettelfinger. Alyssa M. Gilliland. Emily Caitlin Goad. Kaya Eleanor Grundeman. Madison Elizabeth Wynn. Mesa Miel Guthrie. Jeremiah Luke Gutierrez. Stephanie Andrea Haddad. Annalise Kinsey Haldeman. Krista Amy Hammer. Mike.
Members of the class of 2015, please rise. At this time, I would like to invite Corbin Andrews back to the podium for the performing of the tassel ceremony. Corbin.
My fellow Cougars, today we are graduating. Hopefully that is no surprise to any of you in this room. As many of you know, with graduation comes the turning of the tassel ceremony. This will be the last act you'll perform as a Bloomington High School North student. I know, very sad. You can cry later, but now it's time to celebrate. The turning of the tassel ceremony symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. Performing this task means you will make a commitment to respect yourself, respect others, be responsible for your own actions, and remember, it's great to be a Cougar. You may now join me in turning our tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2015, we finally made it. I'm so proud of you all, I can't wait to see what bigger and better things you will go on to next. Love you all.
On behalf of the members of the class of 2015, I would like to thank you all for your attendance at today's ceremony. Bloomington High School North, remember to respect yourself, respect others, be responsible for your own actions, and always remember it's great to be a Cougar. Please join